Welcome back to my personal channel where I upload really whatever I want, whenever I want, and because of that reason, I haven't uploaded in a while because I didn't really know what I wanted to upload. However, I have an idea of the direction I want to take this channel, and it's mostly some commentary videos and some funny personal videos like this. And I thought it would be best to start with an official hat tour, because I've recently been calling myself the Hat King, which I realize is a very grand title. However, I believe that the amount of hats I own per capita, or I guess I should say per money I make, which is so very little, is the most in the world. All right, I'm just throwing it out there. All right, I don't think I'm exaggerating either. I'm a very poor person who owns a lot of hats. It's one of the few things I collect. So I wanted to show you some of my hat collection today. Not everything, because I have some hats from local like restaurants and I have hats from my university. I'm not gonna wear those in this video because I don't want to dox myself, but I want to show you some of my hat collection, starting with the hat I'm wearing today, just around the house, which is a PewDiePie 100mm club hat. Pretty nice. I have worn it a lot though, so you can see there's a little bit of like sun glare or sun wear on the hat, which I don't like. However, you can't really avoid it. Even if you try to wash the hat, it doesn't really go away. What I like is it fits most of my outfits that are just black. Oh yeah, I'm wearing a PewDiePie shirt as well today. I forgot about that. So it matches a lot of my outfits, and it also kind of looks, I wouldn't say goth or emo, but it kind of fits that vibe with the coffin on the front. And I must admit, it fits my style because I have yet to fall out of my emo phase. I've yet to grow out of my emo phase. Anyways, let's move on to the few beanies I have. Starting with this basic gray beanie. I don't know, it's not amazing, but what I like about it is, again, it matches most of my black outfits, and I can kind of wear it when my hair's grown out like it is right now, and it covers all of my hair. That's why I wear hats every day. That's why I wear hats in every video. That's why I wear hats in every live stream. I don't like my hair, and I'm trying to cover it. Also, I've now just developed an addiction for collecting hats. But this beanie is the biggest of them all, and therefore can cover as much hair as possible. Speaking of PewDiePie, I actually have his red and black wavelength beanie, and I really like it. The only problem is it's so small. I feel like it was made for kids, even though I bought an adult size. It is definitely the smallest beanie I own, maybe even the smallest hat I own. It just grips my head like a condom or like a swimmer's cap, and there's no extra space in between. I don't know. I like it. I like the style, but it's definitely tight fit. And the final two beanies I have are the toxic green beanie and the toxic red beanie. Now, you might see me wear these a lot in videos, a lot on my streams, because it's my merch, and I'm actually really proud of it. I think not only is it good merch, it's high quality. It's got a nice little fluffy fuzz ball on the top. I don't know what to call it. I wear these almost every day, and they still are well put together. I wash them. Nothing's falling apart. The ball on the top still strong. And yeah, I don't know. I like my merch primarily because it doesn't just relate to me, my channel, or is like an inside joke between me and my viewers. It's just merch that looks good and could be like streetwear, which I think is cool. Speaking of my streams, anyone who's an OG viewer of my stream might remember this hat. I almost never wear it anymore, but I used to wear this Charizard hat on stream because my entire channel and my entire online presence used to be centered around Pokemon. I've now kind of widened my horizons, and I am a little older, a little bit more mature, and a hat like this, I admit, is maybe a little cringe. I wouldn't wear it out in public, but I still wear it on stream sometimes, just as a throwback. Another thing I would not wear out in public is this Overwatch League hat, as Overwatch, just as a video game, is both dead, abandoned, and kind of embarrassing to admit that you like it, play it, etc. But I used to be a fan of Overwatch. Used to be a big fan. Haven't touched the game in years, but I used to be a really big fan of the game. Used to play the game a lot, used to stream the game a lot, and I used to watch the esports a lot. And my favorite team was the London Spitfire. They even won the first season of the Overwatch League, which is kind of crazy. I think that's why I bought this hat. But I've been an OG London Spitfire fan since the beginning. They suck now as a team. Another reason I never wear the hat. But yeah, I have an Overwatch League hat. Cool. Bro, I forgot I had this. Alright, I know I just showed my hair in the video. I don't care. This is an Ash Ketchum, I don't know, replica hat. It's styled off Ash Ketchum's hat from the anime. However, I've owned this for so long that the white is so faded and dirty. I just need to buy a new one. Like, you can tell it's kind of yellow and gross. I miss this hat, though. I used to wear this a lot on stream, too. I forgot I had an Ash Ketchum hat. Not only do I need to buy another one of these hats, just so it's clean and looks nice, I need to watch the Pokemon anime again. I miss it. This is probably the last hat that, I don't wear a lot. Any hat that I wear after this is one that you could definitely see me wear a lot on stream and a lot just in my day-to-day life. The reason I don't wear this one is because I don't have any pink clothes to match the pink hat. That's it. I love this hat. I love it. Primarily because it's yet another PewDiePie merch item. It's from his Suki store, which is really, really cool. And yeah, I don't know. It's a fun hat. I just have nothing that matches it. The next section we'll move into before I kind of show off my favorite hats. And that'll be the final section, my favorite hats. But this section is going to just be sports hats because I have a lot of those. This is an Arizona Diamondbacks hat. I am a big fan of Arizona sports teams. However, baseball is one of my least favorite sports in general, so that's why I'm showing this one off first. I also have a Phillies hat, which I kind of forgot that I had because I'm not a big Phillies fan. I mean, they'd be like my second favorite baseball team if I had to pick because I live in Pennsylvania, but I don't even remember where I got this. Moving on to football, Arizona Cardinals, another team I really like. However, this hat is old. You can tell because the colors are faded. Thankfully, I have a better one. Here's my better Arizona Cardinals hat, and actually, I think this is my last sports hat. I don't know why I made sports its own section in the video. I think it's just because I'm a big sports fan, and I'd like more sports hats. I would really like an Arizona Coyotes hat. I would love a Phoenix Suns hat, and I would love more esports hats. I don't know why I don't have a Cloud9 hat, because I love Cloud9 and all their esports teams. Maybe that'll be something I buy in the future. We'll have to wait and see. As we move on to the last section of this video, the last portion of hats, these are all hats that I really, really like and I wear often. Let's start with my Survivor hat, which is based off the reality game show Survivor. It's the only game show that I've ever applied for, the only game show I will apply for. I think most reality TV shows and most game shows are trash. However, I think Survivor is not only intense, but it's a fun, strategic, like social manipulation game that I really, really like. And I think Survivor does it the best, at least better than similar shows like Big Brother or The Challenge. However, I feel like those shows are set up in a much worse way, where it's not as fair all the time. Meanwhile, in Survivor, it's really just, hey, here's some challenges you gotta do, and afterwards, you're voting each other out, and it's pure social strategy, and I love that. I mean, you've watched my Among Us streams, you know I love that. I also have Stardew Valley merch, which is one of my favorite games of all time. I don't have a ton of video game merch. At least, I don't have a ton of video game hats. And I'd like more, but a lot of video game companies, and just a lot of video games in general, don't have good merch. They just kind of slap their logo on a shirt, or they put like a character's face on a sweatshirt. I don't think that's very fun or creative or good clothing in the first place. And like I said, not a lot of video games have hats. However, Stardew Valley has some of the best merch in the game. I wear their hoodie all the time on stream, and I love this hat. I've also purchased many, many other merch items from them because they just actually have creative, good quality merch, and I think it's cool. So Stardew Valley is a game I've been playing for years, and I will continue to play. Speaking of merch, this is the last merch item of my own that I think will appear in this video. And it's just my XCIX, or 99 in Roman numerals. It's the most simple merch item I have in my store, but I do love simple designs sometimes, and I also just love Roman numerals. I don't know. I have a weird fetish for Roman numerals, and that's why it's in my Twitch name. That's why it's in my merch. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's a nice, again, clean black and white hat that can match most of my outfits. I have this Sugar Pine 7 hat, and it's a special meaning to me, and that's because Sugar Pine 7 is one of the most influential YouTube channels to ever come across my screen. I love their content. I miss their content, as their channel is now, for the most part, defunct. They've made only one video in like the last 2-3 years. Yeah, it's a bummer that they don't upload anymore, but I will forever remember their content as some of the best on YouTube. It's still got a special place in my heart, and I had to buy a hat to commemorate it. Next up, we'll move on to the 3 roller coaster hats I have. As some of you may know, I'm a big amusement park fan. I have an entire 3rd channel just dedicated to amusement parks and roller coasters. This roller coaster is Tandemonium at Hershey Park. It's their newest coaster, and probably my favorite in the state of Pennsylvania right now. I've been on this coaster countless times since it's been released to the public, and I love it. The next roller coaster I have merch of is Hydra. It's a roller coaster at Dorney Park. I really like this hat, and actually the reason I bought this hat is because it has like a dragon scale on the brim, and it's textured. Like I don't think the camera's picking it up, but I'm rubbing my fingernails across it because you can feel the scaly texture on the brim, which is really cool. It's the only hat I have that's like this, and not only is it a cool coaster, but it's a cool hat. The last roller coaster hat I have is Sky Rush, also at Hershey Park, like the first one, Pandemonium. This is kind of another neat hat, as I don't own many white hats, so this fits the bill, and I can wear it with some white outfits. But it also has a cool like sky brim, similar to Hydra. So it's kind of a combination of the two roller coaster hats I have. The last hat I can show you again, the last hat that doesn't have the branding or logo of somewhere that's going to dox me, meaning my school or again a local restaurant. The last hat I have to show you is just my Twitch hat, because I live stream on Twitch like 4 to 5 days every week. So it just made sense to buy a Twitch hat. They only have two, and the other one's a flat brim. And if you've noticed throughout this entire video, I only own like one flat brim. I don't like them. Yeah, I bought the trucker Twitch hat instead, which just looks purposefully faded. It's not from Sunwear. I know I've called myself out on a couple hats that are faded. This one's not faded. It just looked like that out of the box. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. Like I said at the beginning, I'm a very, very poor person. However, my one vice, my one collection, my one hobby is hats, which is why I said, I think for the amount of money I have, I own the most hats. For example, like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, people like that probably own a ton of hats, but they got endless amounts of money. So if you do the math and kind of even out the numbers on a scale of how much money I have to how many hats I have, no one can really compete, because I am, like I said, very broke. Additionally, this is not going to be the majority of content on this channel. I know I said at the beginning. I just want to say it again here at the end of the video. My content is going to primarily consist of commentary videos. However, I still want this channel to be me making anything and everything I want, and just me being passionate about the things that I'm making videos about. I know the YouTube algorithm is going to hate me for not staying in my lane, but I don't care. I just want to make videos that make me happy. Hence why I just showed you countless hats that only I probably care about. Oops.